Good morning, guys. Hope you guys are doing well. I just woke up from bed right now, so I came and I was checking out on my table. I was writing down, so I was journaling and doing out some writings and learning some new things about my trading behavior for this week. Okay, so I wanted to just show you guys what I'm looking at, what I did this morning, and then I'll probably just paste it on this wall right here so that each time I wake up and look at it, it just rephrases everything back into my mind. Okay. Okay, guys, so I wanted to show you guys what I wrote down on my journal. I want to show you guys exactly what I wrote down today on my journal so that I can use this to improve myself for next week. Okay, so let's just go ahead and let me show you guys exactly what I wrote down today. Today I started by watching a YouTube video that I was trying to learn about emotions, like how to control my trading emotions. So I was watching a video on YouTube and actually it helped me a lot. I really learned a lot of things from that video. So I started by learning about trading emotions, what are emotions, and all of this. Okay, I wrote all of this on my journal today, guys. I wrote all of this. This is chapter 2 of the video. This is chapter 2. Where do these emotions come from? I also tried to write down and then write down my own experiences of where do emotions come from. I also went ahead again to write down concerning, that's chapter 3, what is the first step to identify these emotions. So I also went ahead to write down the first step, and then they say the more I force myself into this situation, the stronger I can become as a trader. The more I force myself into being controlling my emotions, the more I become strong as a trader. So I went ahead into chapter 4. There's chapter 4, and then I wrote also about chapter 4, and also finally I think I wrote again all the way chapter 4, and then finally went down to like somewhere chapter 5. Yeah, somewhere chapter 5. Where's that chapter 5 again? Yes, I wrote somewhere in chapter 5, somewhere there. Yes, and then all of this, I wrote all of this down, all of this down. I wrote this was for today. Okay, the video was pretty long, guys. It was pretty long, so that's why you see I wrote all of this, and it looks much, but I have to do all of these things just to learn how to control my own emotions, guys. I also went ahead to do some weekly evaluations of myself because I had to evaluate my trading behaviors also for this week. So my weekly evaluation was very clear, guys. Weekly evaluation of week 10. So I'm currently on my 10 week. Let's just read together so that I'll read it real quick so that you guys should understand what I'm doing. I said I intended on taking 2 trades at maximum this week, but I ended up taking 3. This was because I was basing my plan on the terms that should I lose one of the 2 opportunities I set for myself each week, I can go for the third. This week ended up unprofitable, but I did try as much as possible to stay disciplined to my game. I felt a little bit frustrated after taking stop loss twice, but I was okay after moving on to the next day. I also learned some valuable lessons about patience and decided to be very calm with my approach, even though I still trigger my trading emotions sometimes. Lessons learned. My analyses were both correct, but I got stopped out because I was impatient on my first trade and I tightened my stop loss so much on the second. So that was like my lessons learned. Then this was the last part of it. Okay, so I also wrote on this last part, it says plan for next week. This is like my plan for next week. If the trade doesn't come to my entry point, I don't trade. And this is the second part. It says I will stick to my initial plan of the previous weeks. So on all this journaling, there are some plans that I've actually written down for the previous weeks, and that's what I'm going to be sticking exactly to. So moving away from that, I'll just be showing you guys exactly what I wrote down on these little sheets of papers. I wanted to show you guys what I wrote down on these sheets of papers, okay? Because this is what I'll be sticking to the wall, so that each time I get up in the morning, I can look at it and then it rephrases everything I just wrote down on this journal today, and it rephrases everything back in my mind, okay? So I'll just show you guys. You guys should watch out. This is it. So for the first part of it, talks about my trading entry rules, okay? I need to see a trend line from the 4-hour. Actually, it's not really precise, but this is it. This alone tells me everything about what I need. So I need to see a trend line. I need to see some psychological level. I need to have a 4-hour directional bias. The market has to show me that it's moving at a particular direction on a 4-hour time frame, okay? I need to see a pattern formation on lower time frames as well. And then I have this concept of high and low of the week. For anyone who understands this, I've watched this. I learned this concept from a very big guy in the African Forex trading game. He's called Jeffrey Benson, okay? So he's like someone who I look up to and I learned from, okay? So I learned this concept of high and low of the week from him, and these are the 4 to 5 trading rules that I actually look up to. If 5 out of 5 of these rules are met, then it's an A+ setup for me, okay? If 4 out of 5 of these rules are met, then it's a B+ setup. And if 3 out of 5 of these rules are met, then it's a C+ setup. But then I always like to take the A+ setup, because the A+ setup tells me that it is 80% sure that I'm going to make it out in this game and be profitable. So that's it for this one, okay? This is the second one, guys. This is the second one. This second one, this is like from the video I just watched today on YouTube. I just learned this today and it's very, very important, okay? It talks about being emotional before taking a trade. Imagine taking a trade and then you get stopped out and then you want to take a second trade again. So this is like what I'm supposed to do, okay? Like stop for a minute or a second. Just stop, pause for a minute and wait a little bit. Then I have to think and analyze my decision if I'm really about to enter this trade or not, okay? And then the third part is I have to do this for at least 60 seconds. That's 1 minute, okay? I cannot just jump into the next trade immediately. I have to think before I get into the next trade. And then after that, I have to take a decision. If I don't do all of this, I have to take a decision. After taking a decision, that's either should I get into this trade or should I not get into the trade. And when I take this decision, I have to stick to it. If the decision tells me that don't take this trade, I don't take the trade. Now, if I fail to do so, I have to punish myself, okay? That's why it's written there, punishment. I have to punish myself because I failed and I was indisciplined. So this is what I have to do, guys. So I'll be sticking all of this on this wall aside, close to these other ones, okay? I'll stick it all on this wall as well.
When I was young, I fell in love. We used to hold hands, man, that was enough. Then we grew up, started to touch. Used to kiss underneath the light on the back of the bus. I know your daddy didn't like me much, and he didn't believe me when I said you were the one. Every day, she found a way out of the window to sneak out late. She used to meet me on the east side in the city with the sun on set. And every day, you know that we ride through the back streets of a blue Corvette. Baby, you know I just wanna leave tonight. We can go anywhere we want. Drive down to the coast, jump in the sea. Just take my hand and come with me, yeah. We can do anything if you put a mind to it. You take your whole life, then you put a line through it. My love is yours if you're willing to take it. Give me a heart, cause I'm gonna break it. So come away, started today, start a new life together in a different place. We know that love is how all these ideas came to be. So baby, run away with me.
17 and we got a dream to have a family, a house and everything in between. And then suddenly we're 10, 23 and then we got pressure for taking our life more seriously. We got a dead end jobs and got bills to pay. Our old friends and now our enemies.
It's a beautiful Sunday out here. Yeah, it's a very, very beautiful Sunday. Actually, I didn't go to church today because I'm not feeling fine. I'm not feeling too well. I had some problems in my stomach, so I couldn't go to church today. But anyway, I'm still thanking God for another day in my life, you know.
Dr. Dollar Entertainment.
Kajo, 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 kayo, kayo, kajo.
Okay guys, so I just put it up just like I told you guys. There you have it, the strategy when you're emotional before taking a trade. That's my entry strategy, and I really didn't have anything to call this strategy, so I just decided to call it guys the Alpha Guide, because I think it's actually like a guide to me. It's actually going to guide me on how to take my trades. Okay, so I just called it the Alpha Guide. So actually that's the name of my strategy henceforth from today. Okay. Then I just do set and forget. Okay, yeah, so that's it. That will be right close to this one. It's going to be right close to this one. This one talks about news, and that's why this one is in blue, and then this one comes in green, which is actually talking about my strategy. So the green is going to be close to the blue.